the way, take her place.
Tell me the truth.
I will choose only our relationship every time, in every lifetime.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Jasmine Jack.
And I'm Rex Litter.
Secretary for Personal Management Taya Sansan has reminded her staff to prioritize service delivery. Sansan said this when addressing staff during the launch of the department's corporate wear last Friday, December 13th, 2024. She said 2024 may have started on a bad note with the events of January 10. However, the rest of the year was a success. Sansan informed staff that there will be no travel budget for 2025 and urged staff to work smart through use of technology. She commended her staff for work accomplished this year. The Constitutional and Law Reform Commission launched its redeveloped website in Port Moresby today. The new website signifies the Commission taking a bold in keeping up with today's digital era today. The Constitutional and Law Reform Commission initially launched the website back in 2021. After some modifications to the digital platform to suit the Commission's interest, it relaunched. CLRC engaged with Digitech to establish this vital online tool in order to bridge gaps with stakeholders and citizens and foster seamless participation in law reform processes. Users can exact their views, take part in CLRC questionnaires, consultation, and general inquiries regarding law reform agendas. According to CLRC Secretary Dr. Mangi Matui, publications accessible to the general public and relevant stakeholders through the website include issue papers, position papers, terms of references, constitutional directives, draft reports, reviews, monographs, corporate publications, and newsletters.
The Constitutional and Law Reform Commission website will harbor all vital publication and information suitable for public consumption and will promote conveniency of public.
Matui said CLRC is the only mandated agency under Section 12 of the CLRC Act 2024 to meticulously review all laws within the country. The digital platform plays a crucial role in ensuring this function is effectively executed.
This mandate requires us to meticulously review all laws within the country, and the digital platform now launched will play a very crucial role in ensuring that this function is effectively executed.
CLRC Chairman Sagi Soloma said the launching of the website resonates with PNG's Digital Government Act 2022, which emphasizes the use of information and communication technologies across all public sectors, granting accessibility and engagement between government departments, stakeholders, and the general public.
We assure all our stakeholders, working communities, and general public that all you need to know of the Constitutional and Law Reform Commission regarding its visions and mission statement, publications, updates, and public engagement inquiries will be provided and facilitated through our refurbished website.
Soloma added that the website is a critical stepping stone not only for everyone because it provides a conducive hub for law-related inquiries and perspectives. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, the CLRC chairman acknowledged the government's allocation of 5 million kina to Constitutional House. Solomon said once established, the Constitutional House will house all the laws that the Constitutional Planning Committee has done and now with to CLRC to implement.
And I also want to mention and appreciate the government for allocating 5 million kina for us to put the Constitutional House. And the Constitutional House is a very, very significant and important step for CLRC to house all the laws that Constitutional Planning Committee has done and has passed on to CLRC now. And 5 million is first amount been allocated for us, and we appeal to the government to continue to fund some more money because CLRC is doing a very, very important work, and Papua New Guineans need to know their constitution, and Papua New Guineans need to learn what CLRC is doing and some of the changes that will come through the reforms that CLRC will undertake.
This is TVWAN News. Among stories after the break, security efforts highlighted in investment conference and PNG records largest share in all resource projects in Pasca deal.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add your kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
Our journey starts with you. We'll be there from the start, right through to your life's adventures. We'll ensure comfort and make your safety our priority. We'll take you to memorable moments, no matter where it begins. And we'll get you there like we've always done. The 4th generation coaster bus, more than just a bus.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work. But now, it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Hi PNG, Tuliman here. If you missed out on the first screening of Placement, no MPC, catch the rerun on Saturday, 28 December at 7 p.m. on TVWAN+. Our may change your life too. The land is a valuable asset. You may must walk boom one time, now no can walk one. You may not fight must stop.
Thanks for staying with us. The 2024 PNG Investment Week highlighted the work that has gone into making PNG safer and more secure for investment opportunities. President of the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, Anthony Smare, outlined the efforts by the national government and its bilateral partners, such as the Defense Cooperation Agreement with the United States.
The 2024 PNG Investment Week, hosted in Sydney, Australia, from December 6th to the 11th, not only focused on the extractive industry, but also drove attention to other sectors and issues that needed to be promoted or supported in the country. For example, the Sydney conference promoted the resilience of PNG's banking sector, promoted investment into renewable energy, investment into fisheries and agriculture, and also welcomed investment into the autonomous region of Bougainville. President of the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, Anthony Smare, said working closely with the PNG government, PNG Corps uses PNG Investment Week to promote government agenda and policies, investment opportunities, and opportunities for trade in PNG with PNG companies and PNG projects, and generally, PNG's attractiveness as an investment destination.
This investment week is PNG's major investment conference. Nothing else comes close in either attendance figures, representation of companies, representation of government and the presence of our political leaders, the breadth of the program, or the opportunities to network and progress business with everyone who matters in the same place, in the same time, all-minded, to look for opportunities for win-win outcomes and progress. At the core of the programming is the resources and energy sector, which accounts for around 90% of the country's exports and over 30% of the country's GDP.
Smare, however, said this year's program has been tweaked to use the investment gravity that PNG's powerful resource and energy sector has to drive attention to other sectors and issues that need to be promoted or supported. This year, the work that the national government and its bilateral partners have in making PNG safer and more secure, such as the Defense Cooperation Agreement with the United States and the Bilateral Security Treaty with Australia, were highlighted. The Defense Cooperation Agreement, signed on May 22, 2023, includes a commitment by the United States to spend more than US $3.8 billion, more than the value of the construction of the WAFI project. The agreement, which took almost a decade to conclude, aims to address long-standing issues of morale and capacity in the PNG Defense Force. The PNG Corps president said we should be talking about these bilateral agreements as they have a big impact on investment, and the government should be congratulated for these important agreements, a product of exhaustive and diligent engagement with PNG's partners. Kamila Gware, TVWAN News.
This year marks 80 years since the signing of the Convention on International Civil Aviation Chicago Convention. This agreement, officially known as the Convention on International Civil Aviation, was initially signed on December 7, 1944 in Chicago, USA, by 52 states. It came into effect on April 4, 1947, as a signatory to the Chicago Convention. Papua New Guinea signed the Chicago Conference on December 15, 1975, with 4 other states.
For 8 decades, the Convention on the International Civil Aviation, Chicago Convention, served as the foundation for the development of the global civil aviation system to the benefit of all nations. Minister for Transport and Civil Aviation Walter Snowbelt represented Papua New Guinea as a participant in the recent week-long International Civil Aviation Organization Security Week 2024 recently. It was hosted by the Civil Aviation Authority of Oman and ICAO in Muscat, as illustrated by the successful implementation of the No Country Left Behind initiative, which was supported and will continue to support the development of global air transport, as well as the unwavering dedication and commitment shown by ICAO and the global community through ongoing collaboration. PNG reaffirms its commitment and support to the desired global outcome of a safe, secure, efficient, economically sound and viable, socially and environmentally sustainable civil aviation system.
Member of the international community and signatory to the Chicago Convention, Papua New Guinea is committed to maintaining compliance with international obligations set forth by the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO.
Snowbelt said PNG will continue to ensure compliance with the ICAO standards and recommended practices and reaffirms its commitment to collaborate with other member states and partners, participate in and support the implementation of ICAO's Strategic Plan 2026 to 2050 as the global community works towards achieving a safe, secure, and sustainable international civil aviation system that connects the world for the benefit of all nations and people through the global aspirations and strategic goals.
Papua New Guinea supports the global commitment to enhancing aviation security and cybersecurity, as enshrined in the ICAO Assembly Resolution A41-18 and A41-19.
Snowbelt was accompanied by Chairman of CASA PNG Board, Hubert Namani, and CEO and Director of CASA PNG, Benedict Oraka. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Northeast MP John Cowper has called on his constituents and city residents to keep the peace this festive season. Cowper said Christmas is about peace, reconciliation, unity, and the rebuilding of lives. It is a time that brings families together to celebrate life in general. Therefore, city residents must live in peace with each other this festive season.
Especially my electorate and NCDCS is all about peace. Okay, Christmas is all about reconciliation, reconstruction of life, unity, bringing all family together from holidays, schools, it's all about peace. So by loving your neighbor is peace, and respecting one another is peace. So I want to appeal to all my people in Mosby Northeast that respect one another. That's my message. When you respect one another like you respect yourself, that's going to be peace.
The Asian Development Bank has committed to providing $60 million to support sustainable agricultural practices, boosting food security and rural development across the nation. Minister for Agriculture John Boito announced this during the opening of the Fresh Produce Development Agency training facility in Kainantu recently.
Minister for Agriculture John Boito announced a commitment by Asian Development Bank to facilitate an assistance of $60 million, equivalent to 240 million kina, to agriculture through the Fresh Produce Development Agency. This initiative is aimed at strengthening agriculture infrastructure, providing farmers with the necessary tools and training to enhance productivity. For decades, Papua New Guinea farmers faced challenges ranging from outdated farming techniques to limited access to markets. Many worked diligently on their small plots, cultivating crops like sweet potatoes, taro, and coconuts, but often struggle to reach sustainable yields.
I was so fortunate to go and Secretary Blomilong, Rome, Italy. The one big boom FAO. Time we giving presentation blow on ADB, Asian Development Bank. Only have a mass long presentation me plan giving. Only committee me plan only committee. $60 million, which is equivalent to 240 million kina. This money by come through long FPDA, long food chain.
Thank you. The funding would support the development of irrigation systems, road construction for better market access, and training programs focused on sustainable farming techniques. Additionally, the initiative aimed to empower women in agriculture, recognizing their vital role in food production and community resilience.
Let us join hands together. Let us work with the department. Let us work with this Maraperoso government where only to go rural, replace import. Now you must start export, creating this job. What happened? 1 million jobs. Now hitting economy 2030 to 30 billion economy.
This partnership between PNG and the ADB not only paved the way for improved agricultural practices, but also reinforced the idea that collaboration and investment in local knowledge could lead to sustainable development while honoring the rich cultural heritage of the land. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2508 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2433 US, $0.3803 Australian dollars, $0.2243 euro, and 37.07 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, cocoa, copra, and crude oil closed higher, while gold, coffee, palm oil, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add the kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
All right, man. Show me some good slippers around here.
Boss man.
Good, you want. Strong like you, smart like me.
Yeah, I hope they don't break.
Now surely look his son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus thread. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work. But now, it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, authorities are urging homeowners in the state's south to be particularly vigilant this bushfire season as the impacts of last summer's record-breaking dry spell continue to be felt. Large areas of bushland remain dry with vast quantities of dead trees and still scorched undergrowth, adding to available fuel loads.
burning more than 75,000 hectares of bushland in the state's Midwest last month. The town of Cervantes escaped damage, but it was a dramatic reminder of the risk posed by high fuel loads. A record-setting dry spell has created vast areas of dry bushland across WA, from coasts to inland forests.
This year, the tree deaths that we've seen from Jurien Bay all the way down through into the Capes region, down the Darling Scarp, is going to be an issue for us.
They're pleading with people who live in the firing line to make preparations now.
The community really needs to come to terms with the fact that West Australia is really bushfire prone. Really important that people have their plan.
And you don't have to go very far to find areas that are still struggling to bounce back from that prolonged dry spell. These marri trees here along the Margaret River once played host to lively flocks of black cockatoos. Local experts saying areas like this are at a critical point of their survival.
I think this vegetation die-off event of this year, it's a wake-up call. We saw areas like this where there was patches of what looked like complete death of some species. They're coming back.
But there are signs of life, and land managers are urging visitors to tread lightly among the impacted bushland to give it the best chance of recovery ahead of another dry summer.
This recovery it's pretty fragile. It puts the spotlight on the need for us to manage our remnant vegetation with a lot of respect and a lot of care.
Taking care of habitat to keep the fires at bay.
Collie is one of 7 towns across Australia where the federal coalition plans to build a nuclear power plant if elected. Local businesses and workers say they are concerned about the lack of detail since the plan was announced in July. The town will host federal parliament's inquiry into nuclear energy on Monday.
Long known for one thing, coal. But that's changing slowly, with Collie's state-owned coal power station set to close by 2030. The WA government spending hundreds of millions of dollars on the transition.
Hopefully, a part of the just transition process, of course, is to attract new industries to Collie, and there are a few of those in the pipeline.
The federal opposition is hoping one of those is nuclear, but many in Collie say they need more detail on the coalition's plan.
We're not fully informed enough, I believe, and the council believes, to have a debate about something that we really don't know enough about.
Job-wise, yes, it will be good for our town, but yeah, that's about all we know at the moment, yeah.
Others have made up their mind.
It's not going to happen because it will cost too much and there is no advantage to it.
I feel that it doesn't line up with what Collie needs for a sustainable and healthy future.
And some local businesses the ABC spoke to were unwilling to say where they stand on what's become a controversial issue for the small town.
Some people say, yes, we're all in favour of it. Other people are saying, no, we don't want it. So, you've got this bit of a difference.
The last time opposition leader Peter Dutton visited the town, he received a frosty reception from some. The consultation so far doing little to ease concerns.
You're very weak, Mr. Dutton. Elders and traditional owners here in Collie are pretty much, not willing to give consent to a nuclear reactor being built here.
They'll get the chance to have their say at a public hearing in Collie on Monday, part of a federal inquiry exploring the viability of nuclear power in Australia.
The Australian government has updated its travel advice for Fiji to one of methanol poisoning after 4 Australians were taken to hospital after drinking a cocktail at a well-known Fijian resort. The 4 Australian women aged between 18 and 56 are understood to be in critical condition in hospital on Monday morning after drinking the cocktail on Sunday afternoon at the Warwick Resort Bar on Fiji's Coral Coast. They were taken to the nearby Sigatoka Hospital with nausea, vomiting and neurological symptoms. 2 of the group were taken to the Lautoka Hospital north of Fiji's tourist hotspot of Nadi on Sunday because of the severity of their conditions. According to the ABC report, a 56-year-old Australian woman has been under constant surveillance in hospital. Every year, more than 40,000 men and women enter and exit prisons across Australia. Justice advocates say that prison population could be an answer to the nation's skilled worker shortage if employers can overcome the stigma of hiring a former inmate.
Less than impressed.
When he first walked in, he had his, he had his arse dragging out his pants, and he was a bit all over the shop.
But he quickly turned things around. For the next 6 months, Anthony learned to craft caskets and coffins in Ballarat. It's something that's helped him turn his own life around too.
Yeah, every coffin I make, I try and make it perfect.
Anthony spent much of his life bouncing in and out of jail. His boss took a chance on him after he laid his story on the table, warts and all.
I don't necessarily judge anyone on their past. He was completely honest with me when he started, and that was enough for me.
Tegan Hartwick spent 3 years in prison in 2015 before turning her life around. Now she works as an advocate for other prisoners, helping them find a job upon release.
It means being able to go and support your family, you know, to be able to be the breadwinner, to be able to go to sleep at night and know that your bills are going to be paid.
Incarceration in Australia costs more than $6.3 billion annually. But advocates say meaningful employment upon release would not only help reduce recidivism rates, but address Australia's skilled worker shortage.
If we want to reduce the number of people coming back to prison, we really need to look at what happens at the point of post-release.
Anthony Best's newfound stability has helped him reconnect with his mum and son.
That was a good day.
He doesn't mind being the poster boy for other ex-prisoners, and if it doesn't work out, well, Anthony's advice is typically brief.
Just give him a shot, you know, like you can always sack him.
A dose of clarity that comes with a second chance.
South Australia has 2 new giant pandas, Yi Lang and Xing Qiu, who are tonight settling in at Adelaide Zoo. The pair replace Wang Wang and Fu Ni, the much-loved duo, who drew crowds to the zoo for 15 years, but were never able to produce offspring. The new arrivals are being seen as another sign of thawing ties between Canberra and Beijing.
15-hour journey from China. It was then a delicate operation to unload the precious cargo and transport Australia's new panda pair to their new home at Adelaide Zoo.
It is very symbolic because it brings with them the friendship of the Chinese people and the Chinese government to Australia.
4-year-old male Xing Chu, meaning autumn star, and 3-year-old female Yi Lan, meaning idly blissful, were given the all clear by vets and are now adjusting to life down under.
They need to be in quarantine for about a month, but then they'll be able to be on display, and I'm sure that they'll be embraced yet again.
Yi Lun and Xing Chu replace Wang Wang and Fu Ni, who returned to China last month after 15 years at Adelaide Zoo. Just like their predecessors who captivated crowds, the new pandas are expected to be a tourism drawcard.
The only place in the southern hemisphere to see the giant pandas is in Adelaide.
But unlike Wang Wang and Fu Ni, it's hoped these two might have better luck starting a family.
They are 3 and 4 years old. They are not ready to have babies yet, but let's see. We will expect very highly of that.
Adelaide is experiencing very warm temperatures today, but Chinese officials say while it is hotter than back home, measures are being taken to make the heat a little more bearable.
They have air conditioning just like we do in the airplane, and of course they have prepared very well.
The pair are on loan from China at a cost around $1.5 million a year. They're also part of China's soft power, or what's known as panda diplomacy. The South Australian government hopes they help build on the country's relationship with China.
China is Australia's biggest trading partner, most significant trading partner.
Yi Lan and Xing Chu are expected to be on show to the public from mid-January.
Back home, the launch of a housing policy was a grand way of concluding the year for the Department of Foreign Affairs. Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Kochenko congratulated the first 60 recipients who will be receive their block of land under this initiative. The Department of Foreign Affairs housing policy was launched today. It is being described as a transformative initiative that underscores the commitment to the welfare of public servants. Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Kachenko said this policy aims to ensure that officers have access to quality, adequate, and affordable housing, addressing a fundamental need that directly impacts their ability to perform.
I think a lot of staff, dedicated staff of the Department of Foreign Affairs have not had the opportunity of owning their own home in a proper, well-planned manner. So as of today, the department has fully funded 60, this is the first stage, this is confirmed, 60 residential blocks which will have road, water, power, drainage, subdivided with fencing.
He congratulated the first 60 recipients of a block of land each under this initiative.
60 blocks, 60 recipients. You'll be able to use that land to get collateral with BSB or other banks to buy or build your new homes. We will support you in that regard. It's not just to give you the blocks and leave it there and nothing's going to happen. I want to see as soon as those recipients get those blocks of land that they can start to build straight away and you can have your houses up over the next coming months, 12 months or so.
Department Secretary Elias Wahengu shared similar sentiments that hardworking public servants contribute to the growth of the nation and pay their dues as taxpayers, deserve opportunities to own land or homes.
And as we come to the end of the year 2024, I want to reach out to every one of you and thank you all sincerely for the support, cooperation, assistance that I have received with you as a person, and also to the staff of Foreign Affairs. I want to wish each and every one of you best for 2025 and thank you for ending 2024 high notes.
According to statistics, the types of accommodation for the DFA staff in 2023 shows 9% of staff living with family and friends at a cost, 11% of staff living with family and friends at no cost, 8% are homeowners, and 30% live in rental accommodation. Both Kachenko and Wahengu emphasized the importance of housing for the department's long-term success. The department also launched its new website to increase public engagement digitally. Minister for Foreign Affairs shared that with many agreements signed and implemented for the betterment of the country, a website would be a good place to keep the public updated and the department consistent in its public service delivery.
Every mission that is here, every organisation that's here, and we'll have all the information on what we are doing, daily updates and daily information inputs, so we can have this website as one website that can be visited by thousands from around the world every day to find out about Papua New Guinea and where it stands in different areas, how it can access different departments, how where we're going or where our operations are in different countries, contact information and so on. I mean, most countries already have this. We are way behind. Now we have to catch up.
The night was still young and many of the city residents turned up for the annual Carols by the Sea event at Ella Beach. However, there was an unexpected turn of events just as the fun was beginning. The Christmas fever is heightening. The NCDC Carols by the Sea event has set the tone for the city residents. The annual event once again brought together a significant number of the city's residents to Ella Beach for an evening of Christmas carols, circus performances and more. City Manager Robert Frank gave his remarks, reflecting on the true meaning behind the much celebrated time of the year across the world.
Let us come together, utmost be as one big, happy, united family in a peaceful and harmonious society. Let us start this Christmas and reflect meaningfully with a lot feeling for peace and harmony in our city. May this occasion of carols by the sea give you a melodious start to Christmas with much inspiration and adoration as we go into the festive season.
The event was going along very well as the hosts and performers kept the crowd hyped and the night alive.
Came here to we came here to play some games. Then we saw what was happening, so we came to enjoy.
However, earlier in the event, the crowd scrambled for cover when the heavens opened up just when the tempo of the fun started to increase. Nonetheless, it has not dampened the Christmas spirit as Papua New Guineans across the country continue to plan the celebrations and wind down 2024.
We came to a picnic at the center to watch the show. I am planning for Christmas celeb with family, like kids performing Christmas items and singing and stuff. Christmas is all about celebrating Jesus' birthday, remembering that special time, that event, and enjoying it. Thank you.
The state taking 70% in the Pasca deal is the highest benefit ever in all resource projects in Papua New Guinea's history. Prime Minister James Marape outlined this at the initialing of the Pasca, a gas condensate field on the sidelines of the 2024 PNG Investment Week on Tuesday, December the 10th.
The initialing of the Pasca A gas condensate field took place on the sidelines of the 2024 PNG Investment Week on Tuesday, December 10th, between Twinza Oil PNG Limited and the Mineral Resources Development Company. The oil and gas project is expected to generate 15 billion kina of revenue directly to the state, with more than 30 billion kina in terms of gross domestic product impact. The Pasca deal involves state taking 70% inclusive of taxes, royalty and equity, with the license jointly owned by Twinza and Mineral Resources Development Company. Prime Minister James Marape said the 70% threshold is the highest ever for the PNG government to secure.
So I just want to say on behalf of Papua New Guinea, right around, I want to appreciate the investor on the table for you to give to state total and 70%. That includes equity, royalty, better defined royalty, and tax, as well as other labels associated, including local content, including spin-offs. The PNAG that we've secured at 63%. I want to say thank you very much to Twinza as a company for responding to the needs of our country.
Prime Minister Marape described negotiations as long, tedious and cumbersome, but worth the wait, as once inked, no government after him can change it.
For the first time, historically, 50% international investor, 50% local investor in MRDC. So it's a historic partnership. They're 50% owner of the project. Never done before. And of the MRDC stake, based on Congo Party policy to empower provinces and landowners at 40%, from the 50%, 40% of the 50%, subject to negotiations at the forum at Kerama, will pass it back to the province, the host province, on the other people. Empowering people where it matters most.
Gulf Governor Sir Chris Haiveta thanked the state negotiating team for its efforts in the last 30 to 60 months, expressing delight with the 40% equity that the national government has indicated that will be available for the Gulf provincial government. The project will initially produce natural gas liquids, including condensate and liquefied petroleum gas, while also establishing the groundwork for liquefied natural gas exports. Kamala Guare, TV1 News.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next with Rex. Stay tuned.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Bro, it's awesome, man. Let's see promotion. I'm so excited. Let's go, let's go. And the festive for match. Festive for match. And how do you win this? 2 plus Pepsi, that's all. 2 cans, bro. 2 plus, that's all. You get yourself a chance to win this box of match. It's crazy cool. My God. Pair of headphones. It's a towel.
How about that? Cooler box.
Yeah!
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Enjoying life when we're working together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a CLRC family meal we're told. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite for minds. Then it's the call of scale rise, don't scale price. Then it's the call of scale rise, don't scale price. Amber, you like it?
For more than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Welcome back. In sports, the Nardi Storm's men and women teams are champions of the inaugural Savaka Volleyball Tournament hosted in Mahuru Village in Port Moresby South District. The two teams dominated a 3-month tournament and came out victors in the grand final played yesterday. 22 teams competed in open divisions. The tournament was initiated by Lemek Lavari, a member of the community, who believes in sports is a perfect catalyst for unity. Tournament director Harvey Ovasuru said the tournament drew more than 300 youths, which is very significant. He said it also provides an opportunity for other members of the community to sell cooked food and other items to raise for Christmas celebrations. PNG Rugby League fans, supporters and sponsors have been urged to get their news updates from reputable news outlets, including TVWAN and SPPNG Hunters website. Hunters management issued this statement today in response to fake news about Hunters coach Paul Iton, which was widely circulated on social media overnight. SPPNG Hunters management has dispelled rumors and fake news about the resignation of coach Paul Iton. It released a statement today calling on fans, supporters and sponsors to get news updates from credible media outlets. The Facebook post, published as a news article, stated that Coach Aiton had announced he was stepping down as the head coach for the SPPNG Hunters, following disagreement with the management. According to the official media released by the PNG Hunters management, the misleading article came from a website that also published several misleading articles about other sports as well. The PNG Hunters is encouraging partners, supporters and fans to get news updates of the team's activities from reputable news outlets including TVWAN and the official website for SPPNG Hunters. Chief Executive Officer Scott Barker stated that it is disappointing having to respond to misleading news. Barker also confirmed that there is no truth in the Facebook post. He said it was shocking to see this misinformation being published and shared, considering Aiton coached the Hunters to preliminary finals and that PNG was just granted a license to participate in the NRL in 2028. Men's soccer team in Oceania is poised to enter a new era of professionalism, with the OFC Pro League set to kick off in 2026. OFC announced this at the recent World Football Summit in Saudi Arabia. The new competition represents a bold step forward in creating an aspirational environment for clubs and players, inspiring youth and paving the way for professional opportunities. The structure of the Pro League is still being finalized, but clubs across the Pacific will be invited next month to give expressions of interest. There are plans to include a Pacific-linked team from Australia and one from Hawaii. The main objective of the new enterprise is to provide a platform for Pacific Island players to develop at a higher level and put themselves in the international shop window. Veteran couple Raymond Gunemba has delivered again on the big stage, booting the national team's only goal in the MSG Cup for a 1-1 finish against Fiji on Sunday, 15th December. Putting up a huge performance in helping his side to victory over the Solomon Islands development team in their last game, the PNG couple's veteran Raymond Gunemba backed it up with a stellar performance, drawing the scoreboard 1-1 against Fiji. His class and experience in the big game proved handy. Gunemba put his side in front in the 20th minute of the game as PNG looked threatening with the ball. However, a calm and collected Fijian outfit remained in the contest and came up with the equalizer in the 67th minute. Both sides traded shoot for shoot in the final quarter, trying hard to seal a win, but a defense denied a match winner. Ate Kappa almost got his side over, only to have the crossbar. The game was disrupted by heavy downpour and was called off with 12 minutes remaining. The PNG national team, under the guidance of David Muta, are now 1 win and 1 draw from their last 2 outings, setting up a mouth-watering match with competition leaders Solomon Islands national team this Wednesday, 18th December. Motorsmen will be hoping to beat Solomon Islands and meet Vanuatu on 21st December to round up their matches. After failing to defend the cup title in 2023, the PNG national football team will be up to reclaim the cup title, and the honours is with its experienced players like Daniel Joe, Alwin Komolon, Tommy Sami and Gunemba. Gunemba captained the PNG team to victory over Vanuatu in 2022, lifting the inaugural MSG Cup in Vanuatu capital, Port Vila. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports. That's it for sports. Jasmine with Weather Report.
Regional forecast. Southern. Port Moresby partly cloudy, then some afternoon showers and possible thunderstorm. Daru some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Momase. Lay partly cloudy with periods of some rain showers, rain drizzles and possible thunderstorm. Madang partly cloudy, then afternoon rain showers. New Guinea Islands. Kavieng mostly cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorm. Kimber mostly cloudy with some rain showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen, mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Ocean forecast. Coral seas slight to moderate, rough over the northwestern sector with west to northwest winds of 5 to 15 knots, increasing to 20 to 30 knots over northwest of Coral Sea. Solomon Sea smooth to slight with northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. Bismarck Sea slight with northwest to northerly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Pacific Ocean, sea smooth with northeast to northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Islands, Kerama, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Sea 0.5 to 1 meter, reaching 1.5 to 3 meters along warning areas. And waters of Madang to Wewak, Banimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. Sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that wraps up the news for tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Bro, it's awesome, man.
Festive promotion.
I'm so excited. Let's go, let's go. And the festive match.
Festive match.
And how do you win this?
2 Pepsi, that's all.
2 cans, bro.
2 plus, that's all.
You get yourself a chance to win
This box of match.
It's crazy cool. My God. Pair of headphones. It's a towel.
How about that? For a cooler box.
Yeah!
In its